There goes his face. Seeker needs to stay alive. Needs help from Batchford. He just gets a grenade. That's enough. Every time you say that, Harry, they throw things. You need to stop. Norma. Oh no! What just
Hello everybody and welcome to the finals of the 2v2 EGL and Europa Halo Spring Series. We've had some cracking weeks so far here. I'm Joe Sketch, joined by the glorious, well-accoladed caster himself, Nighty, all the way from the US of A. Nighty, how's it going?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. Do you know what? I don't think we've casted together since the Nations Cup last year. Yeah, so it's been a long time. It
has been a while. It has been quite a while. It's good to be back.
Yeah, and I'm excited to get into this whole event as well. We're down to our last 8 teams. This is the best of the best 2v2 teams in Europe. We've got Cartel 2's Divine Mind, Dave's adopted son, Michel Sardo. I could list off all of them. There's some great quality players in here, but our game today, the first one on the stream, is going to be Divine Mind, that's Fireboy and Sticker, versus Cat Focks. That's going to be Mr. and Marine. And Nighty, am I right? You've had a bit of a back and forth with one of the players on Cat Fox.
Yeah, just a little bit. We were doing a tournament yesterday, Money Tuesdays Open. The best of the best in NA was going at it, and we were qualifying to play against Bound and Renegade for Money Tuesday. And, we had Marine come in there, and he was talking about how there's a lot of teams that could compete against Legend and Shady. And Renegade was in there, and he was competing against Legend. He was like, let's 1v1, bro, my host. And Legend was like, no, man, my host. And he's like, okay, I'll bet $1,000. And it was just crazy. So Marine came in there, and he was commenting on it. And, he said that there are a lot of teams, and I just don't believe it. Honestly, I think that is the most dominant team in Europe. And I had to tell Marine, I was like, look, I think that Sticka and Fireboy have the best shot. That they're one of the top 3 2v2 teams in Europe, and he was adamant to tell me no. So this is a great series to start off with.
Yeah, I mean, and we're going into our first game here as well. And I think by all what you're saying, Night, I can gauge that you're going to go in towards Divine Mind for this one. Our first one's going to be Truth. And you know what? Just to throw a span in the works, you've gone Divine Mind. I'm going to go Cat Fox. I think Mr. and Marine, they're 2 good players. They are going to be up against it. Individually, they might not have the best skill, but these are 2 very well-practiced 2v2's players, and teamwork is going to be a massive part of this game, Nighty. We're jumping on board on Truth in our first 2v2 game. It's going to be Marine off the start, and so far, that's going to be an interesting start for the side of Marine and Mr. there, Nighty. I'm not too sure about that play. I don't know if that's the strat I would have gone for at the start of the 2v2s. Realistically, normally you'd try and push for camo, try and get that advantage on the map. Maybe Mr. and Marine weren't on the coordination together. We're unfortunately going to have to restart that one just in a second. So far, it's all stalemated again. We're going to have this little bit of a lull where the player's going to try and reset. They're going to try and get some composure back again and get that hype going for the start of this one again. But our layout for this series, we've got Truth first, then we've got the Rig, and then we've got Regret. So realistically, I think that we can talk about these maps, but these players now, this is the 4th week they've played 2v2s. They're all going to be all well practiced across all of them. Truth is one of those ones where it's all going to be bound for those pistol gunfights, especially around that camo side, the P side of the map. And I mean, I'm going to back, as I said, I'm going to back Mr. and Marine for this one. But I'm looking at Fireboy really to be the catalyst for the Divine Mind side. He said he's had some off games and some really, really good games so far in these 2v2s. We're jumping on board, and this time all players are moving here, Nighty. Marine and Mr. both going for that camouflage. Marine's dropped down. He hasn't quite grabbed it yet, though. Everybody contested. Marine does get the burn. So, Mr. gets the burn, and Marine's left alone. Does get a nice kill onto Sticker. So at the moment, decent start there from Fireboy and Sticker, but camo is burnt off the map, Nighty.
Yeah, we've seen Mista have some great success over in NA and a lot of some reach tournaments that we've had. I've just really been a fan of his gameplay. I've seen that he's been a very disciplined player, somebody that really stuck out to me, not just your usual amateur play style. So I definitely think they could have a chance here. But yeah, I'm basically going for Sticka and Fireboy in this one. I am trying to maybe get them involved and see if we can maybe have them on our show at some point, taking on Bound and Renegade, legend, and get them involved. So I definitely want to see them taking this one big time. And so far, I mean, this is a pretty darn good lead. They have map control. This is exactly where they want to be on the map, making sure to put pressure on that bubble. But that was a little bit too much from Sticka there. His teammate wasn't ready. There was no shots being landed, but he was pushing them anyways in a 2v1. You hate to see that.
Yeah, I think so far at the start of this game, 90 nerves come into it a bit. Maybe they don't want to play their best game. Obviously, normally in these tournaments, you have a bit of an easier run until you get to the later stages, whereas now you've got the best of the best. All these players are out here competing. And despite that good start from Sticker and Fireball, we're now tied up at 4-4. About another 30 seconds till that camo as well. And realistically, on this side, they need to sort of get composed and start playing their game. Right now, they're both almost reacting on each other. We want to try and get map control, want to try and force those spawns for the other players. But so far, we're looking at Marine, and I think he's playing a bit passive here. I'm not too sure what he's really doing in this situation. He left his teammate all alone, Mister, in P side, and now he's just trapped down at bottom of the base. It's not where you want to be, 90, at this early stage, especially with camo coming up anytime soon. He's got to be the only one who's going to make a solo push towards this camo. Mister's the other side of the map, and that should be a camo grab. Should get this one away for free as well. So we can jump aboard with Sticker, who has this camo now, and I'm not too sure what really happened there for the blue team.
That was perfect positioning by Fireboy and Sticka. They knew exactly what they wanted to do, getting set up for the camo. They had a good idea of where Marine was going to be, so they made sure to just wait it out and let him come to them. I mean, it was perfect execution, really. That's exactly how you want to play the power-ups, power weapons. You just want to bait them out most of the time. You don't want to just run out willy-nilly. You want to have a plan going for it. And that's exactly what they did. So far, their gameplay looks light years ahead of Cat Fox at the moment. I don't know if Cat Fox just needs to get a little warm. You know, this is the first round. But so far, Divine Mind looking incredible. They're very, very coordinated, organized, and they're ready for the camos. Like, that's pretty much one of the biggest things about this map is making sure that you have that camo on lock. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get the rest of them because they have a good time on it. And it seems like they're outmaneuvering Cat Fox at the moment. Very good win, though, right there.
Yeah, I think Stick was just getting frustrated trying to hunt down. I think it was Mr. Marine on the blue team. He didn't quite get the trade-off there. But so far, what I'm seeing from both Fireball and Sticker is they just seem so confident in their own shots. I mean, in whatever they're doing, they're sort of strolling across the map almost nonchalantly, like they can win the gunfights they need to. With this camo coming up again, Mister's already taken down, so Marine's left alone in the P2 side here. He can get shots on both these two players. He should get cleaned up any time now. And realistically, so far, what I see from both Fireball and Sticker, as I said, it's just all about calm gameplay. They've only got a 4-kill lead, though, and we can know that in 2v2s, that can spiral out on the other side any time now. But realistically, this is all going to be over this next camo. If they can grab this, Fireball and Sticker, this should be them going into a heavy lead.
Yeah, Fireboy is just on point at the moment. His movement is incredible, making sure to get around the base right there. But they do sniff him out and take him down. Marine's going to need to make this good push here, get this kill onto this camo player. What you want to see a lot, like at the highest level of play in 2v2, is making sure that you single out that camo player as much as possible. Not exactly being aggressive towards them, but at least knowing where they are. I mean, you're not going to be able to see him. I mean, it's very difficult to find him. Sometimes you can, but most of the time you just need to play around his teammate. If you find his teammate, you can pretty much guess if he's going for your flank or not. But that is too much movement right now. They know that the camo player is stalking them. They know that he can only be so many places when they spawn in blue. He can be over a car, it can be a pink, or it can be top middle. And it just doesn't seem like they're really putting any type of priority on him whatsoever. That's not what you want to see, and the comeback is coming in big time. Yeah,
I mean, Sticker played that camo beautifully. I really like how he's jumping up towards the normal plasma pistol spawn on Truth there just to avoid grenades just being getting tagged up at all, so he can keep that camo hidden on the map. But what I like him so far, if there's one positive to take from Marine and Mister, is that they have some sort of comeback ability. They're down, I think it was 16-9. It's now 16-14, and despite Sticker having camo, they still managed to get back into this game, claw back into it, make it at least a close contestant. And the next set of kills me huge. Mister gets that kill on the Firewave. Sticker gets taken down. It's a tied game. Marine rightfully backs away, knowing that Mister's got support here. Mister's just hunting down his player off screen. They both know that this red team player, is trapped in red, but they've left it too late. His Fireboy's already pushing up towards the top of the map, so he's back in play. He might be cleaned out pretty early on. There's run shots all over the place, and Mister gets another big kill on the Fireboy. So he joins the fray, and he's already back down already. Sticker's left alone, and Mister just soaring in to clean up these one-shots, 90. That's a lead, that's camo into Marine's pocket.
That was great patience from Marine to make sure he played his life there, but he played his life too long, didn't pop out fast enough to get those shots in, missed the shots. I mean, that was a really big blunder, but, I mean, he's about to make up for it now with these camo plays. Great damage being put down, not taking any damage himself. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's got to get some ammo. That's not going to be good, but they are back into this one big time. And Fireboy and Sticker got to be worried here. This is not a good situation to be in. They need to reset.
This is 10 uncontested kills as well, 90. Make that 11 uncontested kills from Marine and Mister. And it almost seems like Marissa's Mister is sweeping in and taking out Marine's kills. Marine's getting them weak. Mister's just on that sword. That communication right now from the blue team is absolutely unreal. And so far, it's proven to be the winner in this game, the clincher in this late part of this game. Marine and Mister looked out of it at the mid-game, 90, and now they're right on top of this game. They have the last camo. They're 5 kills in the lead. They only need 3 left. So it's going to be a perfect halo, really, from Sticker and Fireboy to do this. And it's almost a switch round from what we saw at the start of this game. We thought Sticker and Fireboy might walk away with this one. And Marine's winning gunfights left, right, and centre. Easy peasy. Mister's just soaring in all over the map. And he's getting up all the one-shot. This could be it. It is. That's 1-0 to Mr. Marine. My prediction's coming through as well now, 90 as well. Cat Fox take the lead.
I just straight up ate my words there. Like, Marine, I must have been listening, and he was like, you know what? I'm about to turn up. It's about to be a game. It's game on, because he really set him up and let Mista knock him down. 19 kills out of Mista, going 19-8, I believe. That's a big game out of him. He was moving all around Fireboy and Sticka. They didn't have a shot in hell. He was picking up double kills left and right. He was just really in great positions, not hesitating. Marine was putting in a few shots, and then Mista was just taking it over. Look at that. Killing frenzy out of him, his accuracy, his damage, all across the board. This guy's the real deal. I really love watching Mista play. I feel like we didn't get much of his gameplay, unfortunately. We saw a lot more of Marine that game. Next time, we have got to be on Mista, because he is just out of this world at the moment.
I mean, I can't believe that game ended that way. It's almost like we blinked there, 90, and it just completely switched over. Mister getting that killing frenzy, and most of those were coming from assists from Marine. He got a wingman and maybe another assist in that hole of his killing frenzy from that Mister got. So it's really nice teamwork from the squad. They got 15 assists out of 25 kills. And if you're sticking Fireboy, that's one of those games where you sort of have to chalk it up and reset for this next one. Rig is going to be all now around that camo play, because if that was the clincher in this one, the sniper, yeah, sure, that's going to get some flashy plays, but the camo is going to be a huge one to focus on this one. And Fireboy and Sticker, we used to say in the first few tournaments that they're a bit, they're a bit hot-headed. They can, if they're on a streak, they can move and get the momentum to take them forward. But I think they're calmer players now. I think they know what it takes to win. They're going to bring it towards Cat Fox. They don't want to lose this early on in this finals as well. Get knocked down to losers bracket round 1 off the start. That's not the start you want, for sure. We're going to jump on board with Mister, as 90 says. He's in a close-fought battle here. The player on the red team might have got camo already as well, so I'm just sticking around. We're going to jump on board with Sticker now as well, as he's got that camo for free. What can he do with it, 90?
Oh, first of all, he has a nice little jump right there to get up there. Very good little thing to know, just having that shortcut up to the top. He misses that one player. He peeked out for half a second, but I think he knows that both of them are over that way. One of the big things about camo is making sure you know where both enemies are before making any big moves, before shooting your gun. You want to always make sure that you have a bead on both. You have the intel. There you go. He knew exactly where that guy was coming from. Fireboy got a little too aggressive. Didn't wait for Sticka to get into the mix yet. Great shots by Sticka. He's just going to back down. Very wise play by him. Going to let his teammate clean it up. But it looks like that player is going to live and get away and goes down, though. So good play by Fireboy. Very good job.
I don't know what happened at the start of that game, to be honest, Nighty. Camo and Sniper went to Sticker and Fireboy with no kills traded between them. We now see Mister and Marine almost in a defensive bunker in both sides of the map, back and back. Sticker still alive, and this one has yet to die. So nice start from him, but it's still quite a closely fought game. A lot of 1 versus 1s on this map, and Fireboy takes down Marine in that one. So if it's down to a 1v1 gameplay, it's really going to be Fireboy and Sticker winning this game. So you want to see Mister and Marine try and regroup together and use that team shot they use so well during the later games of that Truth game as well. So far, it's going to be Pistols just left alone on this map as Stickers into a 1 versus 1. And he's going to soar out an eager Chalice Marine, shooting the bodies, double kill, and that's 5-2 lead as well. Camo's up in about 10 seconds in, I'd say.
That's the type of play that you just saw it from Fireboy too. Both players just soared out and, we're trying to clean up their kills. And it's one of those things where it's like you want to show that you have the confidence and you have zero fear against the other team. A lot of people say, oh, well, that's a unnecessary ego, Chow. I totally disagree. I think in that situation, it's where you can make a big difference in the game if you were to get that kill instead of just leaving him alive out there and waiting for his teammate. You've got seconds to make that play. He jumps out, gets the chow, and wins it. That was a very, very massive play right now, but Marine, he is set up for success.
Yeah, he's got all the goodies here, and he gets a nice no-scope. Mr. cleaning them up there. So that ties up the series, and now with Cam and Sniper, this has got to be a time to make some plays. He gets a punch and a cleanup onto Sticker. So nice use for Camo so far. Still got 2 sniper rifles left, and it's the first time they take the lead. And last time they took the lead, 90, they spiraled away with it in that first one. So I'm looking still towards Marine to make these plays. He's going to hunt down for Sticker and Fireball. They're rightfully playing this really, really well. They're not showing themselves. They know what Marine's got. They know that he's got this sniper rifle. They know might have a bit of camo left, and they want to try and force them towards each other. And they do that perfectly there. So nice, perfect on Marine. He gets caught out. He gets cleaned up by Sticker, and that was a perfect play from Sticker there.
Yeah, Sticker and Fireboy, this is the time. This is like the bell being rang. It's like you need to step up right here and now. This is your moment, right? You never want to go down this early. You don't want to get out first round in the finals of the day. It just really lowers your confidence level. Also, it's a marathon of a tournament. Like, you want to make sure that you're staying up. You don't want to go down to the loser's bracket early and be forced into that situation where you could be out of the tournament at any time. This is it. They've got to really step it up here, and they're just starting to do that now.
Yeah, and I think at this moment, we're seeing a very, very well played out battles in this game so far, because both teams in this situation, Marine and Mister want to close it out here, Stick and Fireball want to take it to that game 3, and so far we're seeing so little pushes as a team together. More slow playing it a bit, trying to make their defensive plays instead of the all-out attack, unless that camo comes into play. I think Sticker's going to get caught out, unfortunately, in the wrong time. I don't know if he grabbed camo or not. I'm not too sure. So he did burn camo in the end there, so that's a good play in a worse situation for Sticker. But realistically, I'm really impressed by how Marine and Mister stick in this game, 90. They've played really good Halo, good team shots coming out. Nice cleanup there from Marine across map, which leaves Sticker Boy in a tricky situation by himself. He should get cleaned up in a second as well. And I think what I'm looking at, the decision making from Marine and Mister, is they're not challenging every single fight. They know when to back down. They know when to try and play their numbers as well. And that's got them this 3-kill lead.
Well, they're getting caught out a lot over on the other side. Divine Mind seem to not move as one fast enough. Like, they're letting themselves get pinched in between spawns way too much. Like, they need to make a decision and make it quick and make sure that they get those cleanups on those last players alive. Like, they'll get a pick, but then they don't move in fast enough. They have a player spawn behind them, and they get taken down. And that's happened several times now. Sticka has a sniper. They still have plenty of time to work with, and the lead isn't too big, so hopefully you can make something happen.
Yeah, and I feel like this is just one of the longest 2v2 games I've ever seen at this point. It's just such a battle of attrition almost. in this game. Sticker does have one more shot left from sniper rifle. He knows the player's there. He does miss that one. But it seems that whenever there's a gunfight, the other player who doesn't die and manages to play his life or at least get betrayed really well. So far, it's been a bit of a dogged one. But at the end of the day, we're seeing Mr. Marine all on top now. It's 15-11. This could still go anyway. We haven't really seen any team fly away with the lead. Camos and sniper rifles haven't really been in effect in this game, so it's just been purely down to gunfights. And as you said, Sticker and Fireboy seem to be not playing as much in a tangent with each other and a bit more individually, which normally does work out quite well. But when you've got Mr. Marine who are playing so defensively, almost bunkering together, getting the team shots down, it's not been working out as well as Sticker and Fireboy wanted to. But now a free camo from Sticker, 14-15, both players on respawn now from Marine and Mr. They should know they're going to be in this bunker spawn here. This is the time which I really want to see Fireboy and Sticker use that aggression they're known for and cement a lead here, or at least try and put pressure down onto Mr. Marine, because so far Mr. Marine have been playing defensively really well.
I'm starting to see a little desperation coming out of Cat Fox, which doesn't need to be happening. Like, once you're in that position to close out a series, you do feel a little extra pressure. Like, it gets a lot harder. The other team's going to be playing a lot harder, and it's just one of those things where you need to slow it down a little bit, make sure that you're making the right plays, and that's exactly what you want to see. They just let them come to them and let it happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Mr. Marine are doing pretty much most of this game as well. It's been really, really good. I'd imagine the Fireboy and Stick have been so frustrated. If I was a red team right now, if I was Divine Mind, I'd be so annoyed by Mr. Marine just not going aggressive at any time. They almost like to soak up the pressure, and then it's worked out so well from in this game. I think that knowing that Sticker and Fireboy are going to be that aggressive squad, 90, Mr. Marine have almost said, okay, we let him come to us. We can then take him. We can get the advantage. We can set up in these tricky situations where we take the corners well, get some beat downs, get some cheeky team shots together, and it's worked out perfectly so far. Sticker's left alone here. Should be cleaned up. If Miss can get the shots, nice play in the end. So they're not even grabbing the sniper rifle because they know we need to clean up these players first. Brilliant shots from Mr. there, backing down Fireboy. And what I'm seeing so far from Marine and Mr. is making me happy, 90. It's really making me happy because so far they're living up to what my prediction was in this game.
There is some good decision-making coming out of both sides right now. Marine going to hold on to this sniper. There are some individual battles being won. Oh, excellent cleanup. They're listening to the comms, helping his teammates stay alive, but crucial shots being missed by Marine, and Sticka's going to get that kill. That is a big punishment right there, and then Marine gets caught out once again. He's been doing that. There's a lot of desperate chases happening from Cat Fox that don't need to be. I mean, they could have a much better lead right now, and now because of all of that, Sticka has the camo.
That's all frustration there from Marine as well. He misses those two sniper shots as we saw, and he's wanting to clean up that kill because he knows his teammate died. But that has let Sticka to get the camo. Such a crucial part as well. And as you said, Knight, it's just desperation all across the front, and it's going to be a tied-up game in just a second. That's 21-21 with camo still in play from Sticker here. And, I mean, it all came from those plays from Cat Fox as well. They didn't need to make them. It almost, I don't know if it was cocky, if it was desperation, if it was a bit of nerves wanting to try and clean up those one-shots. But now they're caught on respawn, they're caught sprinting, tail between the legs, they couldn't clean up here. Fireboy and Sticker retake the lead, when realistically this one should be out of reach by now on IT.
Yeah, that was a great job of juggling his targets. Sticka saw both players. He was able to get a nade on one, get another one down to no shields. So Sticka making the right plays at the right time. He's really been coming up clutch this game. I'm really loving what I'm seeing out of Sticka. Fireboy with a big beatdown. Mista is going to miss that kill. He's not going to be able to win that 1v1, and that is going to be huge. This would take a miracle for Cat Fox.
Yeah, this is almost counting down now. Cat Fox all caught up. Killing spree. Grenade comes in. 25-21. And we just saw a big collapse there. It was 21-19 to Cat Fox. They almost have the game in their hands with sniper rifle as well. They got desperate and they get caught on respawn. And that is game going to Divine Mind to tie up our series in 90. 1-1. And we're going towards regret for our game 3.
It was kind of refreshing watching Rig. I don't get to watch Rig too much. We don't play it in NA, so that was an interesting shakeup. You know, it changes things a lot on Rig. You don't necessarily have the right cycles of spawns. You know, Regret and Midship just plays such a certain circular motion. You know, you're just controlling the bases, controlling top, middle. But Rig is very, one-sided. It's all about the camo side. You want to make sure that you're baiting the sniper effectively, and there's just so much power on the inside of the map. And I didn't really see either team taking advantage of that. They always seem to just be on the prowl, on the move at all times. But Rig plays so much differently. I don't know if that's just a much better map for Divine Mind, or what exactly happened there. If they're just warmed up now, or what, if the nerves were too much, who knows exactly. But they seem to really get that clinch going on right when they knew they needed it. As soon as the alarms were going off and they knew that they were in trouble, they got so much better. Like they were just ready to go. And this is awesome. I'm glad to see some competition coming out of the other teams. Do you think that either of these teams really has like the same level of talent as Legend and Shady?
I mean, I'd love to say yes, but I think at the moment it's just it's clearly not. I think Legend is right now. I think he's on like 100 plus. 100-0 win streak in maps.
Good God.
Yeah. I'm sorry, in not in maps, in series. I think they have lost a couple of maps, but he's just been since the season 1 where he left. His team Cartel didn't win one of the cups because he wasn't there. Precision Knight took it over. He's won everything. So I think that this competition is just. I mean, they're leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else.
So this is very much a race for second, you could say, and this kind of is it. This is kind of the matchup where it's like, okay, well, Divine Mind is like taking on all comers. They're like the second place team, right?
Yeah, Divine Mind placed third place in our last cup. They were taken down by Dave's adopted son, which is Shiesty and Sanart. But so far in the first 2 cups, they placed top 2 as well. They are seen as a really, really good 2v2 scene, 2v2 players in Europe especially. And I would put them as my top 2. I'd say that Shiesty and Sanart, you have to put them up there, maybe just behind or on joint with them. But so far, I think that from overall all the tournaments combined, Fireboy and Sticker definitely have the edge. I think that realistically though, the Cartel 2s, however you put it, Legend Shady, even if you put Sticker or Jimbo in that squad, I think they're just leaps and bounds above, and their team play and also their speed on the map, 90, it's just uncontested, really.
Well,
but
the competition the competition seems to be catching up. I mean, this is an awesome matchup right here. Game number 3, it couldn't go any better right now. On Regret, and I'm loving to see these boys. Like Marine's trying to prove me wrong right now.
Yeah, he definitely is. Maybe he knows. Well, he's about that chat, and it's in the back of his mind whilst he's playing this series. We want to win this one. We want to try and prove that we can beat Fireboy and Sticker and go and take down Cartel 2s. You never know. It's Halo at the end of the day, and we've seen some massive upsets in our time. And realistically, at this moment, Mr. and Marine are taking the game to Sticker and Fireboy, and that is one thing we have to say could be a big, big upset. I know Mr. Marine won't say it that way, and we know that they're such a good squad, but Fireboy and Sticker are, as we said, our top 2 squad here. So realistically, they should be expected to win this one. Mr. Marine have played such a frustrating game, and I mean that in a good way. They've almost played every sort of corner they can, every sort of little angle, trying to get the team shots no matter where they are on the map. And that's got them into this lead in this game. Realistically, they should have closed out in that last one, but some clutch gameplay from Fireboy and Sticker saw them get the win. But now on top, they have the second OS of the game. They got the first one, and Marine's going to have that for free as well. Doesn't trade it. It does get melted down, so nice shots from Fireboy, but Fireboy gets cleaned up at the end. So now, at the moment, this just seems like all towards Marine and Mystic of Cat Fox, but we did see that in the rig as well. They were in the lead for a big portion of that game, and Fireboy and Sticker clutched up. So we're going to have to do that again if they're going to want to stay in this competition in the winners bracket at least.
Well, I can't believe that I just saw Sticka and Fireboy pretty much give up that free OS. Like, they had position early on, but they weren't proactive enough and didn't get on top of finding where Cat Fox was. They pretty much just slipped in and grabbed that OS uncontested. You cannot have that happen. And it's still a little early in the game, but I mean, we are approaching the end of this series. You got to make sure that you are not making any big mistakes like that. That was a really huge mistake on Divine Mind's part.
And I think that Mr. as well, I want to address this for a bit, Nighty. He's got 2 deaths at the moment in this game, and so far what I've been watching in the rig and on Truth, he got that killing frenzy. His survivability is incredible. I mean, we're on board with him now. We weren't really watching him in that Truth game, but so far we've been on him. He hasn't really died for probably about a minute since we've been watching him as well. He's still got 2 deaths in this game. We've now played as 14-7, and he's only died for 2 times. He knows when to take the engagements that he's in top of. He's back to where he rightfully so there. He's going to retake another angle. Knows that OS is going to be up in about 20 seconds or so, but isn't showing himself, isn't over-challenging. He's trying to play his life. He runs away when he needs to as well. It's really, really good play. I think he's proven a point here now. He's backing away. The only thing you can say, though, is he helping his teammate out, Marine? Is Marine being left alone in these 1v1 gunfights? So far, I don't think so, because it's 14-7.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, yeah, he is putting a lot of priority on his life, but at the same time, he's being a huge distraction. And, like, the other team knows that they have to worry about him, and he's coming back and helping Marine at the right times. There we go again. Sticka isn't ready for the OS. Marine's in there, gets it. That is just... I'm sorry, Mista, but Mista should not have been able to get that. That is definitely going to be game in my mind. Getting 2 OSs like that was a big, big play for Cat Fox. Shout out to them for being on top of those times. That was a big clutch.
Yeah, especially in a game like Regret, where you know where they're spawning, it's clear cut, and you know the pushes to make. It's almost, in a way, the cousin of Truth or Midship. So you know what you need to do. You know the plays to make in this game. 19-9, maybe that 19-10, and look again. Mister's just slowly playing this corner. He's not trying to reveal himself. He is going to get taken down, but he made himself enough of a nuisance that both players, Fireball and Ticker, had to try and search for him. So he's played really well in this game alone and in this series. That OS needs to be contested by Stick and Fireboy. They are getting some kills together, but it's going to be a massive mountain to climb in 90 to get back in this game.
It really is. Mista right there expected Marine to get that kill. That's why he's backing down and getting ready for the spawner prematurely. He probably should have committed to that and secured that kill this late in the game. You wanted to make sure you got that 20th kill with your teammates and not so much worried about top middle. That might come back to bite them because there is a little bit of a comeback happening. We're seeing some good map positioning happen, some big wins on the side of Divine Minds, and it looks like, oh, that is such a huge W for Marine, really clutching it up when he needs to the most, trying to get some damage out before he dies. Good trade on the side of Divine Mind, but yeah, Cat Fox really needed that. That's going to put them in a great position, and this OS is going to be so crucial.
Oh, what a grenade there's Knight is. One-on-one down here. Mister versus Sticker, but Sticker gets the kill. This could be the lifeline that Divine Mind need in this series, but OS isn't up yet. He finally grabs it now. This is going to be what the game time here. Sticker's got to use this OS so effectively, but we know already that Marine and Mister are going to play their corners. They're going to play really, really well. And Fireboy falling is not what you want if you're Divine Mind. He's already getting shot down from both the players, and his OS is already gone here, 90. What team shot? Well, Mister, he gets the kill as well. What a sick play. What a team shot from this Cat Fox side. That is a quality engagement, and that is our series 2-1 for Cat Fox, and that's an upset in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, right off their spawn, Cat Fox just rushes the hell out of Fireboy. They knew where Fireboy was through their death cams. They knew they didn't want to go after the OS player, so they singled out Fireboy, took him out, and then baited and switched the OS player. They made sure that they were switching perfect. They got tons of damage down, whittled his OS down. Incredible plays out of Cat Fox on that at that ending play. I mean, they executed it perfectly. That was a tremendous series. Very, very close all the way till the end. Very impressed with Marine and Mista. Yeah, I'll say it. I think Mista, he's definitely one of those rising stars in Europe that has caught my eye years ago. And ever since, he's just been getting better and better, it seems. He's definitely going to be ready for Infinite. See him being a mainstay over there. I'd love to see him come over and compete in some of our LAN events within the next few years, because he is so darn good. Like, he was really just making sure to win the pivotal battles that he was in, and also just running around being a huge distraction. Like, the mind game that he was playing with Divine Mind in that series on every single map, like especially Truth and Regret. I think both of those maps were his bread and butter. Like, he was just surviving in the weirdest moments, like when he should have gone down, he wasn't. And he's a fighter, man. He's just incredible. That was a great series. Hats off to Marine too. He totally made me eat my words, and he's going for that top spot. Like, he's very, very confident. I like to see it.
Yeah, and I mean, Mister got 2,500 damage in that game as well, 90 for 6 deaths. If you're getting, I mean, my maths is rubbish, so I'm not even going to try and work it out. But if you're getting 2,500 damage for 6 deaths, then
we've got the stat guys in the back. You know, we've got the professional mathematicians. They're hard at work.
Just pretend like add something in post where I've worked it out. You know,
make it look good.
YouTube. Yeah, yeah. But if we can try and get the bracket up to see where these guys line up now as they're going through to the semi-finals, that's Cat Fox through to our semi-finals, and that's going to be Divine Mind going down into our losers. So it looks like Cat Fox have that matchup with Dave's adopted son, who 2-0'd Michel Sardou. Dave's adopted son, that is Shiesty and Sanart, and Michel Sardou was Zerfos and Marder, one of our French teams. They've been playing really, really well to get to this stage as well. Quite a lot of underdog players, I'd say, from them. On the other side of bracket, it's going to be Demonica Esports, the Italians, Xavier and Rinix coming through 2-0 against Tier 3, another French squad, and they're going to play against no other than Cartel 2s. So those are our semi-final games. They're going to be some quite hotly contested ones, especially that Dave's adopted son versus Cat Fox game. But in the losers round, we can now get confirmation down here of the squads going to be playing out for that losers round 1. These squads obviously lose now, you're going home, and that's going to be late bloomers. They're going to be going through, I'm not too sure who they're playing here. I think it's going to be flipped around. So I think it should be late bloomers waiting on whoever's going to be in that lower side of bracket to play. But before we move on to the next one as well, so hold fire on that one. But I mean, what a great series to start off here, 90 as well. Some cracking Halo. We went all the way down to the wire. We saw some brilliant individual plays as well as team plays in that one. That West kill at the end was absolutely cracking. We're just going to go for a quick break whilst we set up this next game, and we'll see you all shortly.